Welcome to Redbeard and the Den of Tools. Howdy ho, guys and gals. I'm Red, your friendly neighborhood tool bear, and today we're at NAPA. Decided to do a walkthrough of the local NAPA store. Really weird thing happened. The place was kind of packed, and then as soon as I got there, it just emptied out. I don't know. Anyway, so these stores, they're mostly known as a parts store, but they do have a kind of retail shop up front. So I thought we'd walk through and give you an idea of, if you haven't been in a NAPA in a while, what all they have there. Of course, they have all your fuel treatments and additives and everything else. There you got your Pennzoil engine treatment. You probably get some seafoam around there and whatnot. We got some Valvoline. And then over here we've got, they had a whole bunch of adhesives, epoxies, tape, that kind of stuff, grease guns, and we got backup lights, trailer lights, kind of couplers and such. Good selection of batteries that they had there. They had a really interesting selection of lights. The prices on them, though, were a bit much if you ask me. The Coast stuff, don't get me wrong, Coast makes some good lights. I mean, $60 for that, really? But, this Coast light, as I said, they do make some good stuff. You're probably better off buying it off of Amazon or something like that. But they did have, if you needed it now, they got it. And of course, Napa's usually located, in the part of town where you're going to have most of your shops of that sort. So they're convenient for the guys who use it. And for those of you who don't know, of the four big auto parts stores, NAPA is really the one that is mostly aligned with the professional mechanic. And you got your car washing stuff. Speaking of which, I'm looking for a good pressure washer soap, a low sudsing soap for use in a pressure washer. So if you have a recommendation, let me know. They had a ton of stuff. They had a lot of high foam stuff. And the thing is, foam doesn't really clean. Foam just, it's nice to let you know that there's soap there, but foam isn't what, the whole scrubbing bubbles thing is kind of a joke. What you just want is you want the detergent on there. You don't need foam. And let's see here. What else we got? We got some Rain-X. I've had good and bad experience with Rain-X. What are you guys' experience with it? And here we got their diagnostics equipment. Sorry, I know the lighting here is kind of weird and it's affecting the camera. But you got your ODB2 readers and such. Not much of a selection of them. Here we got air tools. Now they had a nice selection of air tools. They've got their own brand as well as, I can't say their own brand. Carlisle is a rebrand for them that's in their it's a brand they own, but somebody else makes them. I don't know who makes the NAPA stuff, but as you see, the compact NAPA stuff is fairly affordable, $90 versus the $200 and some dollars for the Carlisle. And we go through and look at some of the other parts and stuff that they sell. You got your soldering, brazing materials there. Good selection of work gloves. I actually was really impressed by the diversity of the work gloves there. The other thing I saw here, so you got your lights and different parts here. The wires, we're going to pan over here to the left. That's one thing that I often find hard to find is a good selection of wires. I know it's weird, but unless I want to go to Fry's or something like that. And of course, more wipers, and more good wipers. I like good wipers, but here in Vegas, it doesn't matter how good a wiper you buy, they don't last. The heat just gets to them, the sun and whatnot, and they last about one season. All right, so some of the hand tools here, we got the Evercraft. This is the low-end house brand. If you saw the ratchet comparison that we did, it was the Evercraft ratchet. You can see it down there on the bottom rack. It was a little sparse, a little pick through. They've been having a huge sale, as you can see. So that may be one of the reasons. Or maybe they just don't stock very much. I don't know. But as far as budget tools, they had a decent selection. Nowhere near like what you're going to see at AutoZone or something like that. The nice thing about AutoZone is they sell so many of the singular sockets and such. For mid-tier stuff, they carry Gear Wrench. Unfortunately, the selection there is kind of pitiful. They have the sets. You can pick up these different, ratcheting sets, but Gear Wrench makes so much more than this. And I was really hoping that they would have a honest to goodness middle road kind of selection. And really what you got is ratcheting socket sets and a few items more. But the reality is they're pushing really hard on the next brand. And that, of course, is Carlisle. Carlisle is their Pro Mechanics brand. Again, this is a tool that's made for them by somebody else. I don't remember. I'll put it in here. You know, it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it, but I'll put it in here. And it is, you know, it's not Snap-on quality, but it's better than the average kind of stuff, and it's pretty good. It's not cheap. Like, I looked at the 1/2-inch ratchet. It was comparable to the stuff that I did the test on before, and I think it was $70 or $80. So, you know, there's a tip, or there's a significant investment there on those. But as you can see, they do have a great selection, and those two panels on the right, of course, slide, and there's more tools behind those. So if you do need to pick up a tool, they do have a good selection here. All right, there's your NAPA store walkthrough. Again, the retail side of the store, you know, the kind where you can walk down the aisles, is a bit limited, but, you know, they've got tons and tons of parts in back, of course, and that's really where their real value is. But anyway, just wanted to give you an idea, in case you hadn't stepped inside a NAPA recently, what all they had if you needed to pick something up. I gotta tell you, I did like the look and feel of the Carlisle stuff. I played with it a bit, and I think we're going to start adding some more of that stuff to the show here. Anyway, that's all the Bear has for you today. You all take care, and as always, shine on.